So far you've met two of the CIO's team at GoTravel. That leaves the last but certainly not least. Shane Morris is GoTravel's desktop operations manager. That's right, Shane has made it his life's work to perfect the art of managing users' desktops. When he's not at work, Shane loves spending some time with his gorgeous personal assistant and weaving what he likes to call a little bit of that Shane magic.
What? GoTravel maintains around 25 different types of desktop PCs. If a new PC needs to be provisioned, my team will create an operating system image and will then take responsibility for its ongoing maintenance. Most of my time is taken up ensuring that all our desktops are kept up to date with security patches and application versions. My team is expert in the art of remote installation and complex scripting to get the job done. I also have a dedicated group who are responsible for just application compatibility testing. Their role is to take any new application or operating system patch and ensure that it doesn't misbehave with our existing setups. With the amount of staff that GoTravel employs, there are naturally role changes throughout the company on a regular basis. This usually involves my team coming in and reinstalling the correct applications that user will require. Many of GoTravel's staff deal with critical data at their workstations. We've found that the easiest way to get that data backed up is to use external DVD burners and USB sticks. It does worry me though that we don't have a formal backup mechanism.
I've got a feeling Citrix is going to change Shane's world.
I've got a feeling Citrix is going to change Shane's world or Wayne's world. We should have made it Wayne's world, shouldn't we? All right, Desktop Operations Manager Shane, and I feel pretty privileged today because I can see some of the GoTravel staff in the front row just down here. If after the presentation, if you'd like some autographs, they're in the front here. There's celebrities now, you better believe it. Shane Morris is our Desktop Operations Manager, and normally he'd be interested in things like Citrix Edge Site, WAN Scaler, Access Gateway, Presentation Server, Desktop Server. We're going to show him a few things today. We're going to show him Presentation Server in combination with Desktop Server. So let's get stuck straight into it. GoTravel are opening a brand new office, and we've decided to provide them with some thin terminals and Citrix Desktop Server. So what do you got provisioned there, Nick?
Okay, so what I've got, I have a desktop that's virtualized back in our data center.
Okay.
And it's being front-ended by Citrix Desktop Server.
I'm glad to hear that.
Excellent.
So let's click on the icon and get things cracking here. Now GoTravel standardise on Windows XP at the moment. So we've decided we'll roll out Windows XP desktops to these guys, executing in the data center as Nick did describe using Citrix Desktop Server, and our desktop is now starting up there and allowing users to connect in at their branch office through their thin terminal to Citrix Desktop Server.
There's our corporate desktop.
Okay, so it's coming up now, Windows XP. Now, we talked about operating systems with the desktop. What about applications? They're also important, right?
They are very important.
Okay.
So
what do we got here?
Well, I do have an application to show you. It's our CRM.
Okay. And this is using a brand new feature of Citrix Presentation Server 4.5, which is application streaming. So these applications are being streamed down to the desktop. I saw you looking impressed then.
It was very quick.
Very quick?
You got to be very quick.
Okay, so there was a little dialogue that came up down the bottom there. I didn't even see it.
Streaming us.
Okay, very fast. So the application streamed down, and now this is actually being run locally on this particular desktop.
It is.
Nice and isolated. We heard from Shane that he had a lot of issues with testing applications on different operating systems. New applications and patches came in. He'd have to test them. No longer do you have to do that with the isolation environment this is actually running in through streaming. It's as a package, it's running nice and happily on the local operating system, but it's protected against other applications that may conflict with it. Okay, well that was Windows XP. Now I know that GoTravel are also looking at upgrading, of course, to Windows Vista, and they're piloting Windows Vista.
I've heard the same.
You've heard the same. Excellent. One of the issues that companies have when they're upgrading to an operating system like this is they need to take the desktop away from the user and start re-imaging it, and there's downtime involved. The user is not productive. So what we're going to show you here is switching over to Windows Vista.
You ready?
I'm ready.
You're ready. I'm going to click.
One single click. How's that? Switching over to Windows Vista. What we'll do is we'll go back to the other machine now and have a look at that same user experience. Now, this is exactly the same icon that the user would be used to. And what we're going to do is we're connecting that exact same icon, and Windows Vista Desktop is now going to start up, just with that single click change in the management console of Citrix Desktop Server. You see there it's loading up. And that users had practically no downtime. They've logged out and they've logged back in the same way that they were used to before by clicking on that exact same icon, except all of a sudden their operating system's changed. So there's no need to take that desktop away and start re-imaging it and mucking around with CDs and all that kind of stuff. So you can see there, Windows Vista.
So the benefit also with the virtualized desktops and all this stuff in the data center, all these backup problems go away.
That's right, because all the data is nice and centralized. Good point, good point. Now we've got the exact same application as we did before. It was a Siebel application we ran. It was streamed down to Windows XP. It can just as easily be streamed down to Windows Vista and isolated in exactly the same way.
Just like this?
Just like that. So you can see they're running nice and happily on Windows Vista using application streaming from Citrix Presentation Server. All right, I reckon we have Shane sorted with solutions, we've got Julie sorted with solutions, and we've got, what was the other guy's name? James sorted with solutions. I should remember, he's sitting right in front of me. Let's find out if we've solved GoTravel's issues.
Hey everyone, I just made another sale.
Mark's team now had the Citrix know-how to efficiently address application delivery, meaning that GoTravel could grow rapidly, keep their users happy and even reduce costs, all thanks to Citrix application delivery infrastructure. So what ended up happening to Mark and his team? Well, Mark went on to help drive the company to record profits by using Citrix. Because of this, GoTravel was awarded the very prestigious 5-star Best Travel Vendor Award for Australia and New Zealand. Remember James and his mates? Well, he ditched the mates and followed his love.
Your rack of lamb, sir.
Thanks. Nice rack.
And then there was speed dating Julie, in search of Mr. Right.
Hi, I'm Julie.
Wow, I thought tonight was going to be a complete disaster until now. I'm Phil. What do you do for fun?
Well, Phil, I've just installed Citrix for application delivery.
Wow, I am smitten. Tell me more.
Shane, however, continued his smooth romancing moves with his personal assistant, now fiancé. But unfortunately, we couldn't wean him off his BlackBerry. I believe he's going into rehab.